Hey guys, what's up? MadSeason here, back with a quick gold guide for you. A question I get a lot on my channel is regarding the various gold sinks in Legion and if they're worth buying or not. Mainly, people are talking about the items the Mad Merchant sells and the epic eye-level 865 Dalaran ring. So in this video, I thought I'd show off these items in detail and talk about them a bit and give my opinion if they're worth it or not in case you're on the fence. First, let's cover the Mad Merchant. He sells 4 different items at varying prices: a mount, a pet, a 34 slot bag, and a toy. First up, let's talk about the mount, the Bloodfang Widow. This costs a whopping 2 million gold. You purchase it from the Mad Merchant, who appears in the Wonder Workshop in Dalaran every 12 hours. Here's the mount in action. First, I'll show off its various animations with sound so you can get a good feel for it. So it's looking really good in my opinion. It is a unique model. There are no other mounts that share its animations or anything like that as far as I know. So for now it sort of has that status symbol value where you can say, hey, look how much gold I have, or used to have rather. Notice I did say for now though. As you know, Blizzard has been known to reuse mounts a lot, and I definitely wouldn't be shocked to see this reskinned at a later date, which of course takes some value away from it because it's no longer unique. I'm just mentioning this because it's something to keep in mind that while it may be unique and rare to see this during the beginning of Legion, it may be something that's commonplace as the game grows older. But to answer the question, is it worth 2 million? It's tough to say because 2 million is a huge amount to some people and chump change for others, and it is highly opinionated. Some people think a spider mount is the coolest thing ever and others not so much. I think with everything I mentioned, it's not worth it for me personally. The most I would pay for this mount would probably be around 1 million, but that's just me. Although if Blizzard was to come out and say that they would never reuse the model, then it's a different story. In that case, I would probably break down and pay the 2 million just for that uniqueness. At least for a couple of expansions anyways. Next up we have the toy, the Prismatic Bauble. This costs 250,000 gold and it causes you to shimmer with all colors of the rainbow for 20 seconds at a 20-minute cooldown. As you can see here, when you use this, you get a rainbow trail whenever you're moving. The 20-minute cooldown is quite long, so I don't think it's anything special. It may be worth picking up if you're trying to collect every toy in the game. Otherwise, I think the 250,000 gold cost for this is too much for what it does. Next up, we have the Celestial Calf, which costs a whopping 1 million gold. This is a battle pet. It's a celestial version of the River Beast model from Draenor. Putting battle capabilities aside, this pet looks kind of neat in my opinion. And it also does a starfall animation if you sit idle for long enough, so it has that cool uniqueness to it. As for its abilities, I'll mouse over them here quickly. Feel free to pause the video to see the exact numbers. For Tier 1 it has Deep Bite and Tail Slap. For Tier 2 it has Celestial Blessing and Stone Skin. And for Tier 3 it has Wish and Starfall. I can't really say if it's a good battle pet or not since it's not really my expertise. Its abilities seem strong, but I can't say for sure. I'll leave that for the experts to decide. Anyways, lastly from the Mad Merchant we have the Madman's Luggage. This is a 34 slot bag and it costs 500,000 gold. Out of everything he sells, this is probably the worst deal. The closest level bag to this is the Hexweave bag from Draenor. It has 30 slots, but you can get it for around 1,000 gold, maybe less depending on your server. So I don't really see anyone paying 490,000 gold for 4 extra slots, especially with the upcoming wardrobe system that'll free up a ton of inventory space for a lot of people. And I think at this point it's actually cheaper just to buy guilds for their guild banks. They probably cost around the same price, and you can get several tabs on it, so it would be really silly to buy this, I think. So I think it's sort of meant as a joke. I mean, he is the Mad Merchant. It would make sense that his prices are insane. And lastly, I do have one more thing I want to talk about, and that's the Kirin Tor ring. This costs 250,000 gold, and it's an epic eye-level 865 ring that has the property to Hearth to Dalaran with a 30-minute cooldown. One important thing to note is that you only need level 101 to equip it, so it can be used as a way to speed up your leveling. So this is the first useful item, whereas everything else I listed except maybe for the battle pet are mainly cosmetic. I think the ring is worth it if you want to have that boost for leveling, and just for the high item level. This is a really good ring for getting started in Legion. Like I mentioned, it's eye level 865, which is very comparable to the Mythic Dungeon gear, which ranges from eye level 840 to 870 depending on your RNG with the Titan Forged roll. So in my opinion, if you're a raider and you want to get that head start on gearing up, this is definitely worth it. I'd say don't buy it solely for the ability to hearth, and that's because you already get a Dalaran Hearthstone through your intro quest to Legion, so it kind of seems redundant to have this just for the hearth. Plus you have your normal Hearthstone, and some classes such as the Monk, Death Knight, or Druid have portals to their class halls, and in their class hall there's a portal to Dalaran, so there are plenty of ways to quickly get to Dalaran, so this ring really isn't needed for that, I think. Out of all of the items I talked about in this video, I think this is going to be the one I'm going to buy for sure, just for that head start and the leveling boost. But that's about it, I guess. Those are all of the major gold sinks so far in Legion, at least the ones that I know of. Hopefully this video helped you decide to buy something, or maybe it saved you some gold in buyer's remorse. Regardless, I hope you found this video helpful. Give it a like if you liked it, and if you really liked it, let me know in the comments and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, good luck, and peace!